Hello, this is Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today, we're going to be going over a, more of a, I guess you would say military approved, I don't even know what you would call this, gear review. So, this isn't military surplus. It's not really outdoor things. This is just something that I carry as a tactical person. I thought I'd share this with you because this is something I found to be a very useful knife in the field. So, you could call it military surplus, or, I don't know what you'd call it, a personal carry within the military. I know they give you leniency if they can't really force you not to carry your own brand pocket knife, so I figure why not carry one of these? You have your fighting knife, you have your bayonets, but what if you want to open your MREs? Because I know those peanut butter MRE pouches are really annoying to open with the tears and certain MRE things, so why not have a knife to open letters from home, packages, whatever you want to call it. So that would be this knife. This is the Kershaw Speed Safe USA. I think it's also called the Kershaw Burr, B-L-U-R, Blur, or Burr, one of the two. As you can see, this has had some use. I picked it up at a pawn shop recently. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think I traded some stuff I didn't need anymore for it. So this is Kershaw. Kershaw is a really good brand. You can buy this knife, I think, for $70, $80 right now. I'm not sure, but it's a very fast actuated thing. That was me doing it hard, but if you want to just gently, that was just a tap. It's very fast assisted. So, it doesn't matter how you hold it. It'll open on either side. So and these are really stepple things. So you can open it like that. So it's got like a fingerprint almost, if you want to call it that. I don't know if it'll pick up. My camera's been acting up lately. So you can see, though, it's got the essentially a high school track or a AstroTurf type feel to it, like the stuff you'd see at the tracks for hiking and whatever. So if you're blood, water, mud, whatever you're on your hands, it's not going to move too much versus other knives, and then it helps you when you're actuating this. Last thing you want is for this to go and then fly out of your hands. So with this, it gives you really good control over the knife, and it's a side actuation here. Push down there, and you can, and as you can see as I open it, just grabbing it, if you don't want to actuate it, you can always open it like this. Of course, even when you do that, I'm going to be careful, but it wants to spring, so you get to about there, and then any farther, and it flings out at you. So, it's a very fast draw, and it stays quite sharp. I haven't sharpened it in a while, but even then, it still manages to do the job every single time. So, of course, that's more of a cut, but as for stabbing, it does a good job. Kind of rough, as you can see. It's a weird shape, so sharpening it is kind of hard. You can't just run it through one of those V things where you sharpen it with a V shape, because that'll kind of, I don't know. But, yeah. So, you have that. Like I said, it's ambidextrous, although you have this here. And with this, you can rotate that to be a pocket clip, so it peeks out of your pocket versus this side. Because this side is kind of dangerous. It might go up into you. So, like I said, you can take the belt clip off completely, or you can put it on the other way. Then the knife hangs down like this, so you can leave it open, which is a very bad idea, but you can still put it on your belt open, or make a spear out of it. I think with that, though, you need one of those tiny hex keys. I don't know the thing, but anyway. This says 16700 OB. Oh, ugh. Sorry. It says 16700 OLBLK. And it says KIA patented Ken Onion design. And it's a Kershaw. So I'll try to put some more information in the comments based on the name, the current MSRP price for it and all that. So yeah, it says Kershaw Speed Safe right there. I'll try to get a photo of the one side of this for the thumbnail as well, since the camera doesn't like to zoom in, which that might be because I need to place it down if it's not going to behave. There. Oh, come on. Yeah, Kershaw Speed Safe. And there. And as you can see here, you have a few little nicks in it, but it stays pretty sharp for what it is. And this will give you a chance to see the, that's all rubber. And then you've got the holes there for the belt loop, and you get you can fit a piece of paracord in that goes through the hole both ways. So you could put a piece of nice paracord on there. It should say Kershaw, but I've used it a lot for most of my things. And there's that. That is actually a very sharp metal. Like if you really wanted to and ripped your hand across that, you could draw blood. It's almost a knife, or one of those serrated knives right here. So it doesn't matter. Even the slightest touch will rip it open. I can attest to that. Like when I was opening to demonstrate, even then, it kicked me right there. So it's kind of wild, but for what it is, it opens stuff like no one's business, and it's really nice. And yeah, both sides have that stipple, so you know, and it stays pretty good. I'll put all the description stuff in the details, but just thought I'd do a quick review of my current EDC knife I currently carry. I was thinking about getting a Benchmade Infidel OCF knife, but I figure those aren't always legal everywhere. This seems to be more of the legal style. It's not an OTF, it's an assisted side opening knife, and it's not too fast. I know there's some button actuated assists openings, so yeah, so you can quickly open it, do whatever you need to do, whittle, stab someone, open a letter, whatever, and then just close it. And for me, I've gotten this ballet down for when you actuate it. You're not cutting your hand there. It opens, you can close it. Opens, close, open, close, open, close. So it's very good to get to know. Once you get that grip down, you keep your finger in the same place every time. I keep my finger, one thumb there, and then it's almost a ballet. So, very nice knife. I'd highly recommend you pick one up. This is a OD green version. They have them in, I think, neon orange, black, all sorts different colors. And I think you can get them in, like, engraved with your name. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. And then there's Tano versions, I think. There's some that have the, whatever they're called, serrated parts. But with those, I think, the serrations are only as good as paracord cutting. Even then, if you sharpen this well, you don't need serrations. You just push it back a little bit, put the piece of rope in there, kind of hold it down, and just rip it down, and it'll cut the paracord no problem. So, I haven't sharpened it in a while. I should probably get to that, but, you know. And then, when it comes to both directions, I'll see if I can't do it. Since it's posed, if I say it's a, what's it called? Ambidextrous, we'll see if we can't close it. So, yes, guess you can close it. It's harder because I'm not used to doing this side, but, you know, depending on which firearms side you are. Some people carry knives, some people carry flashlight, either or. You know, it's good to be able to do things both-handed. That's one of those things where, if you're in the military, it's definitely, a lot of their stuff is one-hand operable. The MP600 multi-tool, which is in my last knife-ish review. That's a flick open, and everything's actuatable one-handed. So that's something that they kind of strive for in the military. You know, if your one hand's busy with a weapon trained on someone and you're cutting handcuffs or God knows what you're doing, you want to have something that's reliable and one-hand operable, both-hand operable. So with the MP600 multi-tool, I can use that both hands, and yeah. So, of course, that, I don't remember where I put that, but I'll find it eventually. So, that is the Kershaw burr, or Kershaw Speed Safe. If you have any comments, questions, concerns on this, let me know. If you'd like to email me, you can email me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and tell me what your favorite EDC knife is in the comments if you want to. If you haven't thought about checking this out, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, this doesn't do it justice. You know, even see that just just bent it. So it is dull as ever, but I will sharpen it eventually, and then it will be useful again. So don't judge a book by its cover just because it's not sharpened. I haven't had the time, and, you know, normally for what I need it for, like opening boxes, you could use a blunt screwdriver to open a box, so I don't really keep it sharp, but I'm going to. So as you can see, it's a once you get to know this particular knife, you can actuate it pretty well. If you don't know anything about Kershaws, they're really nice knives. So if you can find one of these for under 50-ish, I'd consider it a steal. I know they go for $80 normally. It's a Kershaw, so, and the burr's like really nice. Like this is a very abrasive. It leaves my hand red every time. So, you know, you can, you know, do stuff like that. Probably hold it just using two film. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, like this is holding it by pinky and thumb, and the first finger just for safety. You know, this stuff means just do his bad business. Even with the kick, shake it beyond. I'm holding on pretty lightly. The burr stuff's just holding on. Like, if I did this with a knife that was a sleek, it would fly out of my hand. So this is a really nice knife for gloves. Well, like in my last video I did, I reviewed these Marine cold weather contact gloves, so even with the gloves on, oh, there's a piece of lint. So even with those, you know, you can use these. I would assume you could use them with thicker gloves. Not sure, but overall, this is a very nice knife. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.